Hi everyone, this is Miss Jacobs and I hope you guys are doing well. I'm in my home just like you guys are, and I wanted to share with you an easy makerspace activity that I think you guys would enjoy and anybody can do with one piece of paper. So with the 4th and 5th graders, we've been making these zines, and a zine is like a small self-published, let me see if I can do this, a small self-published magazine that you make from one sheet of paper. It's 8 pages long, and you can make it about anything you want. The idea is that everybody has something to share, and this is a great way of putting your ideas out there or sharing your expertise or just letting people know what's on your mind. Or anyway, I am going to show you first of all how to do it. I'm using one big piece of paper, but you guys can use 8.5 by 11. I just happen to have this. And you're going to take the piece of paper, you are going to fold it in half, and with this it's really important to do the whole, let me see if I can show you, the corner to corner. You're going to fold it in half again, and eventually you're going to fold it in half again. And our idea right now is to make sure we have really nice creases. And I'm going to do the same thing where I'm going to open it up now. And I'm just going to fold it other ways, just to make sure that each crease goes in both directions. That's going to make it much easier to assemble. And now I have it nice and folded. I've done my corner to corner, so that's pretty exact. I'm going to, just grabbing my scissors, I'm going to take the piece of paper and fold it. I think we call this the hamburger fold. I'm not sure. And you will see that I fold it in half. There's 4 pieces here, and I am going to cut down the middle. The fold is right up here. Let me try that again. The fold is right here, and I'm going to cut down the middle. Right up here. And so now it's folded like this. An easy thing to do now is you open it up and you fold it this way. And here's where the magic happens. You're going to, I'll show you this way, push it in like that. So you have it like this, you've made your slit, you're gonna push it in like that. And you have a perfect 8-page little book. You don't need a staple or anything. You don't need to cut the pages apart. You just have a perfect little book. So that is the technical part. And if my explanation was confusing, you are welcome to go online and Google 8-page zine, and there might be someone who can explain it a little bit more accessibly than I just did. But the fun part is deciding what your little zine, what your little magazine is going to be about. And what I really wanted to do is share with you some of the things that the 4th and 5th graders are doing. Like I said, it can be about anything you want to share. So I'm just going to start right here and show you that one person, this is, I'm going to get my glasses on so I can read these great. Logan. And he did a little comic book. I don't know if you can see it. It's like called the Math Comic Kid. And he just told a little story. Important with your zines that you have text and imagery. So you want to put words and pictures on them. And that's going to be, so it'll be interesting to everybody. And I just want to show you some more. This is Solly, and he did 5 truths and a lie. And I saw him in class. He was doing some research with one of those weird fact books. So I think he is working on making his own weird fact and kind of putting it in the mix and seeing if people can figure out what is true and what is not. I love this one. This is Jasmine, and this is just really personal. She's just writing about why she likes Legos. I think this is Jasmine, I think in Mr. Litt's class. We have Emmett, who doesn't have his cover yet, but it just looks kind of cool. He's also doing some kind of comic book, some kind of comic book about, I'll show you the other page. Some kind of comic book about a sandwich shop, I don't know. Here's another one. This is no name, but I just love the first page. This is, I don't know if you can see it. It's like, once upon a time, there's a little cook making something, a little sound effect. This is lovely. This is by Io, and she knows, I guess, a lot about rabbits. So she's writing an owner's guide to rabbits. This is by Callum. Did some writing, I was going to say research, but he probably knew this in his mind, about the best soccer players. I think this is Lila. There's no name on it, but she's offering some suggestions of 5 great ideas for a birthday party. We have Edward, funny stick jokes, and here it is. Little jokes, a little kind of like a comic book, but I really appreciate how he has a theme going through the whole thing. This one is incredible. This is by Nate, and it is extending a car seat invention. So he has his own invention, but I am actually going to show you some of the pages. He like has a page for supplies. He has a page of like the different things you need and your different steps. I mean, this is fantastic. A beautiful one is by Claire, a guide to writing poetry. And I'm not gonna, she did a beautiful job of adding imagery and writing about something she knew. And then she made it very personal. She says, includes a bonus poetry written by me. So that's kind of great. 6 weeks, this is a great makerspace one by Cora. It says 6 ways to make something out of a tiny cup and 2 strings and hole punchers. Great makerspace. This is another makerspace. It's by Reed, How to Make an Endless Card. And he's written the instructions on how to do something. It's kind of like an infinity cube that we've been making in makerspace, but it's a card that just keeps going. I'm gonna have to follow his steps and make an example. I have a few more just to give you just the idea of the range of topics you can write about. Apps That Should Exist by Oliver. I love this one. This is If Inanimate Objects Could Talk. And this is by Lily, I think in Mr. Taco's class. And she just did drawings of objects and just little speech bubbles about what they might say. Jaslea did 6 fashion ideas. This is great, Sammy. Top 6 things you will hear on a basketball court. This one is anonymous. You will see why, but I love it. It's 6 pet peeves that bug me. And the reason I really like this one is it's very personal. It's sharing what's on her mind. Oops, I just said it was a her. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. But everybody has stuff that bugs them. And I love how she kind of just ranted and talked about things that really bother her. And I think reading it, I felt less lonely. I felt like she had empathy for me, because since everybody has stuff that bothers me, it bothers them. It feels good to know that you're not the only one. This is Izzy. She, I guess, is a fan of Stranger Things, and she wrote a whole thing about 6 things you need to know about Stranger Things. This one is by Cole, and he wrote top 5 ways to get people's attention. And I mean, he has great ideas. Yelling and waving your hands. Saying something strange like, I'm a burnt chicken nugget. And the person's like, what? Offering them money. I don't know, just ways to get people's attention. Miss Quinn needs to read this one. It's ideas to make Glenview a better school. Let's see what he has to say. Get a new Xbox for every student. Get new basketballs. Love this idea. Instead of stairs, a slide. Anyway, I think everybody, if you have ideas about Glenview, you could publish a book like this. I'm almost done. Matthias made a little flip book, and I'm still trying to figure out how to make the flip book work in this format. 6 Big Wishes by Jose. A sushi coloring book by Ivana. And that's a work in progress, but she's very, very detailed. This one I love. This is Justin, and it says basketball, so you think it's all just about basketball, but really when you open it up, it's really about his experience in basketball. Like he has his first point layup and his first 3-pointer. So it's kind of like his own little experience, history with basketball. I love that. Thank you, Justin. All right. No, we're not doing that one. 6 Things I Wish People Knew by Velez. Thank you. And 6 Ways to Have a Day End Badly. At the end, you know, on the back cover, how there's always little teasers. He's like, thank you for reading. We'll make another soon. Maybe his follow-up could be 6 ways so that the day ends not so bad. Maybe. A mini zine comic strip. Huh, this is a work in progress. How to be the best YouTuber by Joseph. And Joseph, I am looking forward to reading this. This is my first time ever on YouTube, so I think I'll probably get some points. I probably should have read it before I did this, but how to eat noodles. This is really cool. Again, it's just this step-by-step with pictures that is really fun for people to read. And let's see, I have another one. Great, How to Make a Beat by Quincy Ray. And this is just part 1. And again, gotta get the bass, get the hi-hat. He has like every step by step. I think those are the only ones I have here. Oh, here's one by Adrian. It's a mini coloring book, and a lot of people did coloring books, but the reason I picked this one out of the many to share with you is that it has a focus. So some people just have like random, this is the best coloring book ever, but this one has a focus. It's a mini coloring book of fantasy, dragons, castles, and knights. And so it's pretty cool. He's been working really hard on it. There's just like different things you can color in, which brings me to my next point. Hang in there. I made a kind of a handout about all different kinds of ideas that might get you started with zines, if this isn't enough inspiration. I also wanted to give you a few pointers. One thing is make sure the text is legible. Remember, we're making these zines to communicate with people, so we want to make sure people can read them. And back to this coloring book idea, make sure you're just addressing one single theme or focus. So everybody here had a really specific focus that went on throughout the book, and I think that's really important. Text and imagery. So you want to make sure you have words and pictures on each page. And will people feel comfortable reading your zine? And that's just making sure you have appropriate words and pictures. And I think you saw me a minute ago just like kind of toss one aside. And I felt like it was not exactly appropriate for this video. I also, on the other page, put like step-by-step instructions. And my dream is that you guys will make these zines and scan them and post them on Constella so your classmates can read them and you can share them, because that was my original idea when we made these, was to be able to publish and share them. So hopefully we can do that through the internet. And if you have any questions or comments or something you want to let me know, you can feel free to email me at rochelle.jacobs.ousd.org. And I am going to do my best to see if I can take a few of these, scan them, and post them on Constella so you guys can print them, fold them, and read them, or color them, or learn from them. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. I think I'm going to go out and get a little bit of fresh air and take good care. Okay, bye.